Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to Returners Hideout number 336. We are back. Happy Wednesday. Oh, RBX Sire, already in chat, brother. An early one today, hello. Oh, brother Irving, where are you right now in your travels? Thailand. Damn, dude, you're getting all over the place. This is your world tour? I hear that, dude. It's a lot, right? And there's like, it's so much like different weird stuff, and there's no like rest stop in between. You know, there's no like comfort spot to just like take a break. Anyway, all right, guys, let's go ahead and get cooking. We've got 11 players tonight, and everybody's getting ready. We've got a Materia Cup this weekend. I feel like we just had one because we did. They're so close together this year. We got a Materia Cup in Kansas City this weekend, so gamers are out here jamming games, testing, and we've got all kinds of players. Anthony versus Connor's a good one. Logan versus Brendan. DJ versus Matt. Oh, actually, we're going right to table 5. I want to see Greg versus Richie, dude. Oh, I see Moogles. I see a Moogle 11, dude. Oh, shit. He's on the Vanadil cam, too. Sorry, guys. I'm chomping my dinner real quick. Real quick. Sorry, it's quiet. We're getting all them food in. We got Windwater Cash Deck with some cool Moogle stuff going on down here. And up top, Richie. Oh, he's playing Gull Wings, baby. Mm-hmm. Alright, Salad Boss defeated. Okay, let's get back in here. Banning Atomos opened up the third. Oh, they opened up the slots there. Look, who knows? You can do all kinds of stuff. There's a 3CB Viking in here right now. Look at that guy. He's getting it. He's drawing cards. On the way in and on the way out. Third eye, yeah. Lunafreya absolutely praying for something here. Finds Shinra, searches Yuna, passes the turn, and just assumes, you know, we're taking a whole lot of damage on the noggin this turn. Gonna be a little bit tough. Oh my goodness, Viking cast? Viking cast Swarm deck? Look at this. My man's popping off. Little Princess Sarah backup action. Trigger the Rosa. This is gonna be Leo. No, Leo's already on the table. It's Zidane. Another Viking. This is an absolutely weenie squad, dude. Dude, once this Yuna comes down. Oh, there she is. We found it with the Mog 11. Holy! Oh my god, okay. Your turn, please. No, just pass, just pass. Oh, you can protect her with the Princess Sarah. Oh my god. This is gross. Greg, what are you doing? We're using all kinds of protection. We're using Sarah on Yuna, and we're using Rose's ability on herself to make sure that they can't die to EXs. Now, see, the Leviathan can still bounce the Rosa, but this is exactly why we that's exactly why he used the Princess Sarah. Look at that. Princess Sarah protecting the Yuna here from getting hit on the EX. We're going to return the Leo to prevent a point of damage and to get a kill here, but Rosa attacking from the damage zone. That's that Ject EX, so now that can't hit the they can't hit the Yuna or the Rosa. Yeah, see, very clever here from Greg. Because Ject is going to be 8K'ing something, and we protected the Rosa and the Yuna, man. That you gotta feel really good when you read it like that. You go into pre-attack and you go, well, let me just make sure I protect Yuna and Rosa here, just in case. Really respecting the Gullwing's potential for EXs here. Ject and Leviathan both getting nullified effectively. I mean, Leviathan did he did bounce or basically get rid of an attacker, prevent a point of damage, and return a card to Richie's hand, most importantly. Now, That's not nothing, obviously, that's good, but it was, the EXs were not able to prevent the biggest problem, right? The Yuna or the Rosa. Let's see what Richie does on the response turn here, but this is going to be very difficult to deal with. Now, the thing is, what's funny is, certain decks could clean this up no problem. I just don't know if Gullwings has a tool that's going to deal about 5k damage to the whole board. Now we attacked with a lot of stuff here. I would have maybe attacked like once or twice, but I would have kept up at least 2 cancels. We're gonna play the Emperor here. I would have. Oh, that's cast 5. Holy shit, dude. What's he play off the top? It's a Chocobo. No, it's not gonna work. But maybe keep one more attacker up and don't put him to. Well, first of all, don't put any Final Fantasy X deck to 5. Even if he's not playing the multi-element Yuna, because it's all goings. Like 5 is the craziest place to put them, because that multi-element Yuna's damage 5 ability is really strong, where she can just play like any Final Fantasy. Doesn't she just search and play a Final Fantasy X character of 6 or less from your deck right onto the field? What are you looking at, dude? I don't know. Greg is practicing witchcraft. Oh, I didn't put their names on. I'm sorry. Hold up. Look at this guy, though. What is he doing? Greganold. He's got Richie trapped in the corner pressing buttons, dude. He's got him absolutely cooked. Multi-element unit is strong. Yeah, dude, that card can be wild. Damage 5, that card comes alive, man. Now, what did we kill the Emperor? Oh, we have Yuna and the Emperor abilities. Okay, play Riku to say that my goal is to be targeted by abilities, kill another Viking. Sorry, point at the Viking again. He's saying which one. But again, it's really just gonna be Duck Duck Goose here, right? Oh no, it's only minus 4k. It doesn't even kill the Emperor earlier? Did the Emperor come back? Or was he both the Zac and the Yuna on the Emperor? I don't... yeah. Probably a double tap. Unsure. I think... no, I didn't see 2 things die when Zac came in. So Riku kills one of these. Riku can't be targeted by the dull ability. So she can take... the funny thing about these little fucking Vikings is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... literally, like, all 3 of them just crash into a wall. And then Luso or Lulu can still get blocked. Now, we can set... or, no, we can't set Riku's powers. I was gonna say we can set her power with Lulu, but nope, can't be targeted by abilities, so... Chocobo here. On our Lulu. Sure, Lulu ability target on one of these, either Lunafreya or Zac. No, we're not using Lulu's ability. It is up to 1 forward, so by not activating it there, it's not. I'm not gonna make him rewind. It's not mandatory. Got controlled out of existence. Oh, you did in your game? Oh no. Pretty fast. Usually, I mean, that's takes a while. Long time no see. Argonite, what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome back to Wednesday night. Played a fast deck that did half the work of the deck out win condition for my opponent. Oh. Hey, I mean, well, you know, I'd love to see. I got to see what you got going on. John, will I see you at the Pittsburgh Materia Cup? Yes. Gonna be at Kansas. Gonna be at Pittsburgh. Gonna be at Chicago. Thank God. Of course I'll be there, brother. Of course. I was at the Winter Cup. It was such a good time. I've been getting more into the game. We love that. Went to my first LQ this past weekend. Hey, that's awesome. That's super cool. I bet you found everybody to be very inviting and kind. And I bet you had a great time. Regardless of your result. Cerberus is coming down here and, oh boy. Gonna just remind everyone, this guy's got his, 3 modal activations here, where he can choose a forward of 5 or more, break it, activate all backups you control, or draw a card. I don't know, let's see, he chose to activate all of his backups. He's just going for the, he needs to Luso again, because that is something that can kill the board of blockers, and it doesn't matter that Rosa can't be targeted by these abilities. He's saying, wait, can I choose a different summon than Chocobo from the break zone? It's up to Richie. Richie says sure. Okay. Consummate opponent. Kinda gamer. We're gonna go get the Leviathan. Now this guy's been interesting. I've been kind of eyeing him up recently. This is the one that if you played a water forward, it bounces back the... it bounces something for free. It's kind of like the equivalent of the Alexander. But they can't play a forward with that name or any copies. Sorry, not with that name, but any copies of that card. The next turn is just very interesting. And against certain decks, I imagine would make their next turn pretty difficult. Unit is going to go ahead and freeze the Waka backup. We're going for some freezes here. Oh, because we're... She's all the backups you control. Oh, we're Miwaing. I was gonna say, we've got to be able to... I'm literally checking cards because I'm like, we're going to be activating all our characters somehow. There's no way we would be doing this. Yeah, Miwa on all the forwards to get them back up. Okay, and now we come through the Riku, right? Oh, we have the summon. We played the Miwa, we got the Leviathan, we bounced the Riku back to hand. Oh my god, dude. And then we're gonna, we're just gonna get in there. We're playing King... Oh, King Tycoon was the 5th cast reveal. I was like, why are we even playing King Tycoon, dude? Yeah, so there it is. And that will remove the blocker, ability protection and all. We're going to protect our unit with Princess Sarah. Not that I think that anything is going to stop us from taking this here. I would need to see a Valfor from Richie's hand. Valfor, wouldn't that be sick? 2CB Valfor. Kill, 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 kill. Although we would just cancel it. Anyway. GG's. Wow. Really, really smart protection there from Greg on that first turn where he went in for damage. Richie hitting 2 EXs, but they're not able to get him out. Greg really assembling a pretty nasty storm. A little Viking storm deck here. Very, very interesting. A little Viking Hurricane. Go Canes. All right, let's go ahead and switch tables. Opus 1 Legend Valhor. I got hit with that in my game. Oh my goodness, dude. Round 1 does look like it's in the books. You are right. And hey, check it out, dude. Here's a little Mog 11 for the viewers at home. Here, hold on, wait. I got... I gotta, like... Kinda. Big. Get you a good angle on him. My add-on's in the way. The person who took the screenshot was a Tarot dude, for sure. Or a shorter character than me. There's your Mog 11. Alright. Gotta get him centered, I know, dude. Alright. Let's get this round paired. Potato character supremacy, dude. Nobody called terrors potatoes, man. I feel like that's like a Lalafell thing. And Lalafells and terrors are not the same, dude. They are absolutely not the same. Not the same vibe at all, in my opinion. I think that's true of Mithra and Mikote too. I think that's true. Like, I know that the races are analogous to each other between those games, but I think that they are wildly different, like, vibes. Like, Mikote is kind of like an anime cat, like pop girly, like just like, I don't know, like a Mithra is like scrappy, dude. Like a Mithra is gonna like fight you in the alleyway. They're gonna come home like mud, dirt all over them from getting fucking down, robbing some people, stealing shit. They're just like, I don't know, they're scrappy, dude. Mikote, not scrappy. Maybe tars can be some other tuber root vegetable. Maybe, there you go. Now we're on to something. Okay. Getting our results in here. DJ 7-0 over Matt at table 4. DJ, wow. Wow, at table 5. Guys, you went fast. You guys went fast. It's 7:35. And somebody said they got controlled out. I didn't even... Table 3, 7-2, Logan over Brendan. You guys are playing speed chess tonight. Anthony won. Oh, but dude, he milled so fast. How's that even possible? You guys were the second game done. My man milled in 15 minutes. Alright. Anthony wins, dealing 0 damage. Table 2, Xavier got a 7-3 over Pat. Goodness, guys. Goodness. Okay. Next round. It's scary out there tonight, man. Pairings are going up. Alright guys, you're good to go. Let's do it. So I didn't even really get to click around. We saw Gull Wings and we saw a Viking Windwater Storm, dude. Viking Storm, very interesting. Okay. Let's see what matchups we've got for round 2. We have got Logan versus Anthony at table 1. We might have to go there and see what this 5ZB Valfor deck is. And DJ versus Xavier at table 2. Greg versus Armando at table 3. Those are our 3 undefeated tables. Maybe we just go straight to the source, dude. We go right to table 1. Looks like the game is already ready for us, so let's just jump in there. Let's dive in. Kersploosh! And see what we can see. Now, I see another buddy on the table, dude. These people, the Gullwings who had almost no representation in, let me get this game on the screen for you guys. Who had almost no representation here in Raleigh 2 weeks ago. Maybe are they going to see a breakout performance in North America at the Materia Cup? I don't know. I haven't seen them really at LQs either. But we got a bunch of people trying the wings out tonight. Although, oh no, this is different from Anthony. We got Buddy. Buddy did search for a category 10 backup, but then Minor was the next backup played. I don't know if we got here in time to see what we searched with Buddy. We did not. Very curious how many colors are in this deck. I think there's a fear of mono earth. Well, yeah, absolutely there should be. A win's a win, says Paul Irving, dude. Oh, the you gotta buy, dude. It happens. All right, let's see. On the bottom / left here, this is Anthony Apigo. So what's interesting is we know that he has Buddy here in the deck, and we know that Valfor is being played, which is also an old school 10 card. Buddy's not old school, but Valfor is the Final Fantasy 10 card. So I wonder what other 10 synergies are in here. There's the Kamari, that's what we searched for. Okay, very interesting. Earth, Wind with a baby, just a taste of Crystal. I feel like if anything is getting splashed in here, it might be a little Marsh. Maybe a Robo Akbel. Seymour gonna dull freeze Kamari and Minor, trying to turn off the Earth stuff because that's the scary bits. Get Toto and discard here. I wonder what else we can take a little look at. Oh, the names. I typed them in. Let me do that real quick. There you go. 10 is a good deck. Look, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that it's not good. I just said it has had no top cut representation whatsoever on the LQ weekend here in NA or at our Materia Cup last weekend. We did have a Guardians have some representation, funnily enough, but. And again, I don't think that I'm saying the deck is bad. What I am simply saying is I have observed that people don't seem very interested in bringing it to the tournament, at least recently here in NA. Unless you're the Purple Baron, but he brought Guardians, which is kind of an entirely different beast. Emina? Emina. Oh, this is looking like a mono, well, so mono ice, right? But we see Torgal there. So there's probably a couple of fire cards in this. We've actually seen 2 different ice builds have success over the weekend. I believe there was a mono ice Une deck. Love seeing some of that, the 60p Une backup. Funnily enough, literally was just talking to my roommate about that card. And being interested in playing an Une deck again last week, and then boom, that weekend, there she is. Other people having the same thoughts. Love that. Of course, you know, great minds, etc. Now there's the Zidane that we thought was coming earlier. So you got a Shantoto into a Zidane here, trying to wipe the threats, establish forward pressure of our own, and take the aggressive stance here. If Logan's able to just drop another Seymour follow-up and keep it going, feels pretty good for him. I don't know what he's got. He's got 6 cards in his hand. He is not yet at the 5 backups. Oh, now he did go to 5 backups without Une, so I think this is more. We're not doing any of her. We're just doing mono ice stuff with some priming. We do have Kadaj. We only have 1 Remnant RFG right now. The Laws. I wonder if we have some plan to remove another one. No, we were just gonna play Kadaj and pass. So we generate 2 crystals there. We get 1 remnant RFG, but Kadaj does need 2 remnants removed from the game in order to get his discard. And Guardians are still 10. I know. That is the entire reason that I brought them up. that is why I mentioned them when I was talking about the 10 deck comment. I didn't bring up any other random deck. We've got 1 too few remnants removed to really be causing a big problem for the Earth Wind gamer. Although it's funny, ice is probably one of the elements Kimari is not getting a whole lot of use out of here. I wonder if this deck is playing 4 CP wall, or what colors. If this is just a 2 CP Earth backup that sometimes happens to benefit us in other weird ways, that's cool. But I wonder if we're doing anything super cheeky with our limit breaker. Yeah, well look, there's a lightning card in our limit break. Yeah. I love that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, we had Kadaj number 2. So we just had a bunch of Kadaj parked in our hand, and we figured we'll run one out, we'll get him to remove the threat, we'll run out Kadaj number 2. Kadaj number 2 looks like he's going to be... Okay, so Mist Dragon, we're going to Mist Dragon his break zone, so he won't generate 2 crystals, but it's still going to discard 2 cards at the end of the turn. Yeah. We do prevent the crystal generation, though, which is good. I mean, the crystal generation, especially with Kadaj on the field, is kind of some free removal. If these guys ever become dull, or as we start to dull his guys. Anthony now needs to top deck strong, but has 5 backups in a toolbox Earth Wind deck. So there should be a lot of access to a lot of really interesting action. We're going to play Ritz Limit Break. This is something I thought was interesting we never saw from the Ice Wind deck over the Raleigh event. The Ritz Limit Break card to just generate a crystal when she enters. Now we're going to use Alexander, who is free cast since we played a Wind card. We're going to kill the Kadaj with the Alexander. Alexander in such a good spot right now. Salteus is going to go to damage. Interesting Salteus splash. And Jill to damage as well. Oh, Jill and the Shiva Prime would have been a really nice turn here. Do we have the back-breaking Seymour Kadaj turn? I mean, I'm just kidding. I don't know that we go that we pitch our entire hand for Seymour Kadaj, but could be a scary turn from Ice here. 5 cards in hand, 5 backups, ready to pull the trigger on the limit break. Things like Kate Sith to take those backups away from Anthony next turn. He's running the water Fusoya, and now it's getting extra value since the Kimari is making ice. Maybe, dude, that'd be sick. Ooh, we're going for a full raw dog Ifrit, man. Very interesting. Ifrit is going to just come down, torch the Ritz, kill the Lulu, and pass. I think we really wanted to do a little bit more. We just discarded a card, played the Ifrit. What did we pitch? Laws, yeah. I mean, the Ifrit is here and scary and a big 10k, which is a little annoying to just remove unless we've got like another Alexander play. It's maybe a draw pass from Anthony. He's considering whether or not he wants to connect with the Zidane. I think no, we're just going right to second main. Looks like, at least in the chat here. I was gonna say, if Zidane turns sideways, you get a point of damage, but he not only gets a point of damage, Zidane dies anyway. At least if Zidane blocks the Ifrit, if Zidane blocks the Ifrit, we prevent that point of damage. So we are going back to attack and we're asking, or at least going back to attack phase. Yeah, we are saying sorry combat. We are going to put that point of damage in because, like, we talked a little bit earlier about kind of being a like how Anthony had assumed, he had turned that corner and assumed the aggressive role here. I think he's right to look at this Ifrit thing happening and see, Like, I'm actually still the one up on damage. I'm actually the one who's going to keep putting threats out and punching him in the face, and I think I'm in a good position to do that. We are actually playing Terra, choosing what summon to add back to hand, Atomos. Let's look at that in a second. And then we are breaking Miner to draw a card. Looks like we're playing another Miner. Is that what we're doing? Or wait, we decided not to break the Miner? Is that what? I don't know what's going on exactly. Maybe we decided not to break the Miner and we just got the Atomos back. So Atomos, before paying the cost to cast it, you can remove 1 Earth backup you control from the game to reduce the cost required to cast it by 2. You choose a 4 deal 1,000 for each card in your break zone. So we can just remove one of our backups, which is very fun because we can remove Shantoto from the game and open ourselves up for another Shantoto. And then also just zoop a forward. We have a lot of cards that are discard pile right now, so Atomos is going to be doing some pretty decent damage. Oh, Mr. Will in chat. Hello, sir. Putting Remnants and the priming stuff in the same deck has to be pretty tight on spots. I wonder what had to go to make it work. I would be shocked if we still had, like, Kurosame, any of the, like... What's interesting, because that's, like, the mono ice payoff you feel like normally, right? But I guess we're treating, like, Remnants and priming are two things that can happen in multiple decks. But it looks like we've probably sacked that stuff, because even the 3 Seymours are in here, right? And you've got Jill and Shiva too. It's not just Ifrit and Clive. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're maybe even. No, we've got a couple of summons. We've got these 1 CP. Obviously, this Shiva is so crazy, but it might literally just be 3 copies of the Shiva as well, and that's it for summons. We haven't seen anything else. Probably all the other fire stuff. What are the? I don't think there's usually a lot of other fire stuff, right? Oh, hydrate. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Cheers. I need to actually get a glass of water, dude. I'll be right back. We don't make things up right here. Can't lie to Muhammad. Muhammad, thank you. I now have a giant glass of water. Now my big glass of water and I are ready to fulfill your hydrate. So let me do that real quick. Holy, you still had Amaterasu in the deck? Oh my god, really? What did I miss? What did he try to do? Try to knock this LB and he hit my man with a windmill slam. Amaterasu, oh my goodness. That's powerful tech. There's a Clive. Ifrit's already on the table, so might as well. Oh my god, yeah. Uh-huh. Now the Ifrit clears the way for the Clive, which is kind of gross. Oh! Nice! Richie had the Shantoto action ability there. So we pay Ice, we pay a Crystal, and we remove Shantoto from our hand to dull all the forwards our opponent controls. Very nice. Denying draw 2 from Clive, denying removal from Ifrit, denying 4 points of damage, 3 points of damage. Really good play from Richie there. Or sorry, not Richie. Did I say Richie multiple times? His last game, Richie was on the bottom. On the bottom was Anthony. Good play from Anthony there. Yeah, Will, I don't know. Maybe they're like maybe they're like bravely, dangerously low on backups or something. Round 1 assess round 3 will be 4 hours. I just saw that from Irving. All right, very interesting, very scary board from Logan. And Logan with all these big dumpy dudes on the table is still the one with 4 cards in his hand. Anthony's in a little bit of danger. Gotta turn my auto scroll back on so I'm keeping up here. Anthony goes for a draw pass turn again here. Thinks about playing something and then takes it back. Figures I'm not dead yet. Sergey's adult today. We're not even gonna give him the Ifrit, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't choice here. We're just going right for it. Now, surely we're going to have to play something from our hand. Oh, okay, there we go. 7. Oh my god, the raw Shiva. Are you kidding me? That's because we're going to draw 2 cards with the Claw. We figured we wanted to do something. What does my man have here? Arcanist is going to say 4s cannot attack this turn. So we're going to prevent him from getting the 2 cards back to hand. Arcanist, very interesting. Oh my god, wait, we are playing Arcanist, so the Kamari using Ice was probably really relevant. We did tap 2 to play it, didn't we? Zolera, oh my god, gonna kill the Ifrit. Valfor actually going to damage and showing kind of our hand that yes, we are capable of and planning to take you to deck out. Valfor is actually a card I would be terrified of with this board. We paid full cost for 2 different 7-drop forwards. We are breaking the minor. Kamari tapping for fire, ice, and earth right now. Going for a Shantoto play. Gonna go ahead and just reset that board and build that fit back up. I mean, this is also a very scary thing to do to that board. That board had like 20-something CP of forwards on it when that turn began, and Shantoto just wiped it all away. Now, very few cards left in both players' decks here. As Anthony is, I mean, any deck playing a 5 CP Valfor is trying to take somebody to deck out, or plans on Valfor not affecting their board, you know, in some way. Shout out to 4-color monsters. Sorry, I'm finishing my second part of dinner. Okay, let's move that over here. Let's go. Sorry guys, I'm just dealing with something real quick. Let's place it. Okay, all done. Sorry about that. All right, we're back. We're back in here. What do we got going on at the table here? Are these guys decked out yet? I know they're gonna get close to it. Oh my goodness. So we are able to actually get a couple more points of damage in there from Logan. Gets Anthony up to 5. Develops just another big wide board. Anthony is going to hecka that big wide board. Then cast Kusith to get back a Beldat. Beldat is going to mill, I believe. Yeah, Beldat has warp too. We're going to be warping her right now. This is a mill deck for sure. Beldat is going to say... every time a warp counter is removed from her, I believe it's 2 cards. Yeah, the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck into the break zone. This effect will trigger all the Beldats removed from the game. And then, yeah, just absolutely milling the opponent here is very interesting. Very interesting plan from Anthony. Going for the haste, we just have so much of it in the deck. Clive coming down here. Kuja coming down as well. Just trying to get forwards on the table and get cards out of our hands so Clive gets maximum value. Going to the attack phase, attacking with Clive. Another foul for the damage. That's huge. Clive adding 2 cards to hand, though, is a little annoying. We are going to lose 2 more cards to the Beldat, and if Anthony has anything, and I'm talking even Zidane in the limit break, which it sure looks like he has. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, wait. He didn't play all these, right? Did he just paid these for the Noctis or whatever? He just plays Zidane from Limit Break and we got it, right? There's no way we're playing a mill deck without Zidane in the Limit Break. But maybe I'm wrong about his Limit Break situation here. It's always a little hard to tell on Octagon. Maybe he has no Limit Break because I don't see any numbers on his Limit Break. I only see 3 random Limit Break cards sitting right next to his deck. I think he's out because he played... Oh, he did play a couple Zidane earlier. Okay, cool. I just like randomly see these 3 cards over here. Oh my god, a Beldat from hand. What does that even do in a normal enters? Choose a forward and your opponent's breaks on removed from the game and then you can cast it. Okay. I'm just going to cast Ifrit now. Are we about to take his Ifrit and cast it right now? Hey man, how's it going? Good to see you. How be the games? How the games be going? They're going good, man. We got a really interesting mill deck happening down here. We just saw Viking Storm last round, so there's some crazy stuff happening. Thank you so much for the sub, King. 1 year? Love that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. How you doing? How is your evening? How is your Wednesday? It's hump day on a... It's actually... kind of like a double hump day because it's normally the middle of the week. It's normally hump day, but it was also Memorial Day weekend, so it's a half week. But even in or not a half week, a shortened week. But even in a shortened week, we've just cleared the halfway point. So it's hump day either way, baby. We're humping. That's all I know. He goes, I know you got Ifrit though, so this is over. Wait, what did he take with the Beldat? Why didn't he just take... Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong guy's hand. I'm sorry, I don't have this up on the screen so you guys can see the hand sizes. Logan had 2 cards in hand. Anthony had no cards in hand. I had the wrong guy highlighted, so I was like, he has 2 cards. He could just afford the Ifrit. No, he could not afford the Ifrit. He has Jill. He just plays it, and he goes, well, okay, pass. I hope he doesn't have Ifrit. Ifrit comes down, is going to blast the Jill on enter, and then attack and deal that final point of damage. Very, very cool. Down all the way to the last card in deck, even including the 2 cards drawn off of the second to last turn Clive. Some really interesting stuff from Logan and from Anthony. Great game between these 2 guys, man. Love seeing that. Ready for Kansas City. Well, you know what? I'm ready to go have a good time, that's for sure. Who knows what the hell we're playing in Kansas City. Oh, wait. I clicked pairing the next round, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. Let me see what's going on as far as results. Yeah, we only got 2 results in right now, including the one we just watched. So yeah, slower round for sure. Table 1 and Table 4 look like they've wrapped it up. So is it Table 2 that we haven't seen either of those gamers at yet either, I believe? So let's go to Table 2. 2 wars. Okay, what do we got here? This looks like a little MBM. A little MBM and Wall 7. I assume I see a bunch of random 3 drops, even though they're all like red. Limit Break, Sergey's, and Leo being those exceptions. DJ playing a Wall 7 deck here. Not much left. He's attacking with what he's got on the board. He's got 1 card left in hand. But his opponent is all the way up to 6 points of damage. Don't know exactly where this one is at. I'm unsure. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of attacking and blocking happening in such a way where all the trade skis are going to matter. So the Ferris attacks, everything is marked for 1. It looks like we're putting 3 from the Ferris hitting herself onto the Ash. So Ash is 4k away, Cloud is 7k away. When Ferris gets blocked, she will do another 3k of damage to something. So Horn gives plus 1,000 power. Ash is currently marked for 4. She's an 8k. If we block with Cloud and Ferris puts 3 on Ash, she's still alive. Then she's got 1k power. We can give her another 1k power. Not enough to survive. Another 2 blocks. Leo is going to deal the 7th point of damage. Great game there. Alright, moving on. Moving on. Let's go to table 3 and see what's what. Alright, well, look at what's happening here, dude. We almost punched him in the face. Dragoon's actually on the top here again. Dragoon's getting very close to a dub, but now all of a sudden the board is looking terrifying for our Dragoon friend. Dragoon's needing a Freya S stat, dude. Oh, brother. Well, first of all, are you local? Is Kansas more local for you? Because I know I saw you at Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, I don't remember. I know that I've known this before. I know that I know somewhere I have knowledge of your whereabouts you are. Um, Honestly, you should just show up in case, because even like we had 100 tickets sold, right? We sold out, and we fired the tournament with 90 players. Because the way it is right now is the events are so tough to get into that people have to just buy the tickets. They just have to buy the tickets in case, you know? So you've got a lot of cases of people who don't show. So if you're a local, you may as well come by and see if you can pop in there, man. We would have signed you up in Raleigh, that's for sure. Also, either way, stop by day 2, dude, and jam some sides and jam some games with people. It'll be a good time. Yeah, you got decent odds. I would show up and see what's what. If you got people to hang out with and stuff to do, why not? All right, now we've got a whole lot of Knights, dude, or not Knights, Vikings, and Miwa is gonna activate the whole squad. Jesus. Were flights to Kansas more than usual for you? Nope. Under 200. But the Spirit stuff may have affected a bunch of people. I don't know if people normally took Spirit out there or what. I was lucky my flights out to Kansas were Frontier. But no, Kansas, here to Kansas, easy peasy for flights. I assume because you're asking me that they were more expensive for you, and I'm sorry to hear that, man. I always like to see. I want to see everybody. I also totally understand the reality of like, in a 100-person tournament, everyone can't go. Usually they're like 400, and it was 500. Oh my goodness, no, thank you. It was 500 on Delta for you. Well, see, maybe you guys, to be fair, maybe you guys all just fly nicer. Like, I let them just put me in a tin can and shoot me out of the gun, dude. Like, I don't give a shit, dude. They can put me in with the luggage, man. I don't check a bag, or I don't even bring a fucking carry-on, dude. I live out of a backpack for 3 days. You gotta be comfortable on the flight? No, I don't. What the fuck do I have to be comfortable on the flight for, dog? I'll be asleep on the flight. Oh, shoot! We sleep on that thing. Let me tell you how I absolutely don't have to be comfortable on the flight. Nah, bro, I go through TSA with the backpack. No big deal. No big deal. Tickets at KC are going up because of the World Cup and shit. Oh, well, there you go. We got some World Cup stuff going on, so maybe that's also affecting it. Yeah, I don't know. It was really inexpensive. I'll literally go. I'll tell you exactly how much it was. Oh, I opened my email and I got the old Airbnb reservation reservation reminder. What a good time. I can't wait. Oh, we got the Freya S! Holy shit, I look away for 1 second, I look back. There's a Freya with an orange border around her, and the field is gone. Dude, the Miwa play and everything. We are freezing out the backups. We're attacking with what we can. Praying you don't have it. And Lordy sure had it. We've got the Freya. Did we? Hold on, I want to see if we revealed a Freya. Because that would just be some huge Chad energy. I want to see if we revealed Freya off of the Alice. Oh my god, it was a Freya. Freya for the S, baby. This card's Freya, yep. Oh man, dude. Alice, the fucking MVP holding it down over here. So we're able to completely clear Greg's board. This is Greg's worst nightmare. My man has 9 cards left in his deck, and he needs to figure out how he's dealing 4 points of damage. Spoiler alert, he's not going to deal 4 points of damage. I gotta be comfortable. I'm a big guy, and I know I want to be sitting by the window having to lean over on the poor guy in the middle seat. Look, here's two things. One, that's the dude in the middle seat's problem, dog. 2, again, I'm gonna be asleep. Give me that window every time. Boom, I'm asleep on the window. I'm asleep before takeoff sometimes, dude. I'll sleep. That's my superpower. I can sleep anywhere. I'll be out like a light, dude. How is going through TSA with your carry-on cards? Do they check your deck box? Oh yeah, you get a deck check every once in a while. Yeah. The judges will give you the round 0 deck check. That's no big deal. Sometimes you get to talk about cards with a cool TSA dude. Yeah, they're just hitting you. They're just making sure everything's all in order, dude. They'll let you know if you got to change your sleeves or anything like that. It super does. So, like a bunch of cardboard tight together, or like even books and stuff. Apparently, they just like don't scan. They like look suspicious because they can't really tell what it is. It just looks. It literally shows up like a black box. It's like a series of black boxes with black boxes inside of them. So they pop it open, they see its cards, and they're just like, oh, one of these fucking nerds, dude. Now you get the whole spectrum. You get people who have no idea what the hell they're looking at, and people who are like, they have to like stop themselves from looking through every Final Fantasy character's card. You know what I mean? I'm 6'8", I gotta lean left just to not hit my head in the ceiling in the window seat. That's fair, bro. That's fair. I'm 5 inches shorter than you, still feel too tall. I'd give 3 of them away. And when the old, like, we all gotta get up part happens on the flight, dude, and I definitely, it's like, alright, it's all time to stand up and get off the flight, and you stand, and you just have to, like, bend all the way over, because you can't stand over there. That's when you yank out the dual disc and shout, it's time to duel, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that sucks. I guess if I had those kinds of problems, I would fly in style. You could stand perfectly in those seats? Well, yeah, I mean, they're great for children. Oh shit, dude, we got the Freya with the Leviathan that says that you can't play another Leviathan next turn. Oh my god. Dude, or sorry, the Leviathan says you can't play another Freya next turn. So we can play the new Freya, because it just says, the wording on this card is so weird. Until the end of next turn, your opponent cannot cast any copies of it. No copies of that forward. Like, it implies it understands the card serial number. So it's like, you can't play any other Freya, whatever's, you know, like the exact number. We could play the other Freya if we wanted. Oh, we've got Kane. Kane is insane, dude. This card is really good. LB1, first strike, and he puts a fucking guy back in your hand from the discard pile. Any forward, by the way, not just a Dragoon. Now, he does get discounted if you have 3 or more Job Dragoons. It costs less to cast him, but my man is actually just slamming it. 1 little bit break, 8k first strike, put your best play back in your hand. I'm here for it. We're going to go actually as wide as we can go. We're going to get Aranea. We're going to get We've got the Gilgamesh out. We've played the Aranea. We've got our first strike Kane. We're hoping that these guys can just stand in front of like an army of wimps. Dude, it's so funny that even if the Lulu shrinks him, that a first strike 5k Kane just like clears this entire deck. So that he has to use an Alexander or something to remove it. Or like a Leviathan. So we're going to play Cloud. Again, we're just playing dudes, breaking his dudes. And we're trying to deck him because he's down to 7 cards left in his deck, and he has to figure out a way to deal 4 points of damage. We're trying to just prevent him from being able to do that by both having blockers and by removing his attackers. I got lucky on my way from Pittsburgh. There was a whole row of seats. Oh, no, that's great, dude. Hell yeah. She's a very nice flight attendant. I remember going through TSA to go to Gen Con for Versus System and getting the please explain from the officer pointing to the metal deck box and cards. Yeah. Sometimes they're like, what the hell is this? And you're like, oh, I'm like going to compete in cards. I'm like, you know how people play in poker tournaments? And they go, yeah. And you're like, I'm doing that, except instead of playing cards, they're like super nerd cards. And they're like, oh, okay. Every once in a while you get, like Magic? And you go, yeah, just like Magic. Yep, that's it. It's just like that. Gen Con, usually, at least flying out of Indy, they are so used to Gen Con and that whole weekend at the airport. Usually the airport will literally be set up with like open play tables and shit, so you can play board games while you're in the airport during Gen Con, because they know. And there'll be signs everywhere that are like, welcome to Indy, thanks for being here during Gen Con, like, hang out at these tables and play games. Yeah, so something that people maybe don't understand about Gen Con, it's been going on for so long and it's such a big deal. Gen Con is the second largest financially like beneficial weekend for the city of Indianapolis. It's like the second largest event for the city as far as like revenue from tourism and everything, like hotel industry, food, restaurant industry. It's the second largest. The largest is obviously the 500. But the second largest thing for the whole city of Indianapolis is Gen Con. So the city is very aware. They are very aware of Gen Con. And usually, pretty much anywhere that you go in Indy while you're there for the weekend, they like know exactly what's going on, and they've got something, like whether it's like a drink named after a dragon or something, they have something going on. I've had my mat tube pulled out and checked because I sued to leave my dice and a pen in the tube. Oh, you used to. Sorry, my bad. You used to leave your dice and a pen in the tube. You were pulled aside while they dug through the backpack. Yeah, sometimes they go through the backpack. I mean, it's no big deal, dude. They just want to see what deck you're playing. They're just sending a message to their friend. They're putting it on the spreadsheet, dude. That's all. It is GG, yeah. This deck is so fun, says Greg. Greg, you done milled yourself, brother. No, it does look like it's a lot of fun. It's very, very silly. We were like, all he needs is a Freya man, and then he revealed the other one off the top with the Alice. It was like, oh shit, that might be dangerous for old Greg. So let's see, I've got these. This is 7-3 for table 3. No, well, actually, you didn't even mill. He killed you. Table 5, Richie 7-6 over Connor. Table 4, Pat 7-2 over Matt. The Matt Power Hour, dude. Table 1, Logan 7-4 over Anthony. We saw that one, of course, here on stream. And then at table 2, we have DJ 7-1 over Xavier. Alright. Going to our next round. We've got 3 undefeated still. We've got Armando, Logan, and DJ. looks like we will get to see an Armando versus DJ match here. Oops, screenshotted that incorrectly. Alright, let's get that up into the Discord. Oh, sorry, I have the wrong thing up here. So there we go. What the hell is this? Did I like stumble into the Blueprints soundtrack by accident or something? I think there are 2 0-2s, right? So coin flip on who gets the final round bye. That is right, my friend. Would you like to guess who got it? Congratulations on your win. I'm so proud. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could generate like a robot to play against. I mean, that's no fun. I guess maybe you don't want to play against a robot. But, it's got to be somebody. See, look, the person in chat's like, "Me again, dude." Like, it's always, everyone always is like, "Not me, dude," but like, it's how it goes. It's how it goes. You're more than welcome to hang out here with us. I know it's not the same. It's okay. It's okay. What were you jamming tonight? Was it the Ice Fire? No, I think we saw Ice Fire win, didn't we? Oh, Turbo Bosch, hell yeah. Dude, that deck makes Chris so happy. He loves that deck. Oh, he's an MBM gamer right now, man. That's how you got decked out so fast round 1. I'll tell you what though, round 2 he was almost a deck out again, and like against another deck that is not Turbo Bosch. Like in like 20 minutes once again. The MBM All-Stars, that's right. Being Australian, I was not accustomed to taking my shoes off and getting them scanned. Ah, yes. Thank you, 9/11. I was so slow, people behind me must have been annoyed. Nah, dude, you know what? I don't know, it just is what it is, dude. I don't think I can remember anybody who's ever been in front of me in TSA at the airport in my life. Except I remember one person who was at a different lane in airport TSA because my man was trying to bring through, like, you know those like drawstring athletic bags that people wear on their back? You know the kind. They're like that kind of like thin plasticky, like vinyl-y kind of thing. Let me post this. And they have like the rings on the corner, and they've got the 4 strings, and you draw them and you wear it on your back. A guy was trying to fly out of California with a bag like that literally just had like, it was like 2 pounds of like dry herb, like weed, and like a bunch of like concentrates and stuff. And it's so funny because I remember this because he literally he thought there was like nothing wrong with it at all. He just like put it on the belt, like with everything else, and they put it through the thing, and they were like, and I remember because I remember them having a conversation with him. They're like, "Sir, you can't bring this through the thing." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "It's California or whatever." They're like, "Sir, you can't." Like, we're gonna have to. We'll call the local law enforcement. Probably have to discard this. But it was just like dog, just like not trying to hide it at all, dude. Like a full bag, and I would just remember them like pulling all the stuff out of the bag and just like looking at him like, "What the hell are you doing?" Yeah, dude was misinformed. I bet this is the nicest way we could say it. That's a big oof, yeah. One of my former coworkers forgot he had his firearm in his luggage, and it went through the scanner. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing, dude. I'm from the north, okay? I'm from the Northeast. So the concept of, like, of even considering, like people around me, like, owning a gun, it just feels so unnecessary. And maybe people are going to think that sounds crazy. I don't know. But, like, never before I moved down here in my life was I, like, were people, like, carrying, or I was, like, considering if people were carrying. And now down here, very different. But it's just like, how do you just forget? Oh, my gun was in my bag. Oh, my fucking lethal weapon was in my bag. Oh my god, I forgot. Oh, I just gapped it that my fucking gun was in my bag. It's like, that person should not be allowed to have a gun. Yeah, like hello? Hello? Alright. Oops. Oh, was that my fucking gun? My bad. Alright, table 1. Table fun, as they call it. They being me. Armando versus DJ. Let's do the thing, dude. Let's do the thing. Potentially the final round tonight. DJ, I believe, on Wall 7 tonight, which I'm answering as you ask it, chat, making me seem serendipitous. But I don't know. Oh, this is Dragoons, dude. Oh my goodness. Is DJ born to ride on the highs of the Warrior Light, or is he born to goon, dude? The Goon Squad. Say his name! Alright, here comes the Wall 7 reveal. It's a little too early for you, Gilgamesh. We see Ferris, we see Onion Knight. This is actually it's a really aggressive reveal that unfortunately does not hedge at all. Like, Gilgamesh, maybe we've got the right, what are we looking at colors-wise? Like, maybe we got a little something going here. We've got, oh, he's a Sylvester gamer. He believes in Sylvester. We have Axstar, Sylvester, and Alize. So, I mean, actually, ice, fire, lightning, water. If he does have another wall in his hand, we actually might be able to do a little... If he has the 4-color, Gilgamesh is gonna just do his thing. I mean, he still has haste. He just doesn't freeze his backup. Entering the attack phase, Gilgamesh turning sideways. I believe we're not going to bother spending any cards from hand. I don't think it's worth it to just freeze that guy. So we're going to attack here. EX was not the RNA to kill our beloved Gilgamesh. It is, in fact, a Dragoon. As there will be many of in this deck. So we didn't get any kind of... There was no Mog 6. There was no backup that drew a card. There was no... like Zeromus to freeze his backup, right? We did get some powerhouse forwards that are really good at dealing with threats, if there were any threats to deal with. Our friend here, Armando, has a turn or two to get his Dragoons sorted before he really has to worry. Well, and by a turn or two, I mean literally a single turn. He has one turn that he doesn't have to worry. We're gonna actually, we're playing Ricard, and we're going to get the 2CP Dumpy Dragoon. I wonder if we're going to try to run him out because his body can be large. We do have 6 cards in hand still. He's a pretty decent one to play off of this Dragoon. The one that if it's your 3rd Dragoon, you can play it on the field. So if we like pitch that and another card, play one of these, it's our 3rd Dragoon. We get him back. He's huge. He's 9k right away. We can get him probably even higher by the end of the turn, since we have so many cards in our hand right now. And then, yeah, he can just be an absolute large lad. Now, Gilgamesh is going to just go ahead and scoot him to the side. Does not really matter how large he is. This deck does not have anything really to do about a dull frozen character of theirs. They just have to wait that turn and hope that they get to stand back up. What decks are good right now? I've had like 10 games since the Winter Cup. Well, let me run you through a very interesting list of decks that have performed recently. Most recently over the weekend, decks that won events include the MBM Water Lightning deck, Dragoons. We had Mono Ice Une. We had, I believe, an ice deck with a fire splash in it. And we had Warrior Light won one of them. Then Wall 7 has been doing well. We've had Mono Earth doing very well. Army of One Lightning decks have been doing well. Like Oops All Lightning, the character Lightning. Cast variants are still popular. There's Wind Water cast variants starting to pop up. Warriors is still around. Knights is still around. Gullwings is a thing. Guardians was technically a thing in North Carolina, but I don't think you should expect to see a bunch of that. The North Carolina Materia Cup was won by Wind Ice Crystals. There were 2 different Wind Ice Crystal lists in the top cut, and one of them was undefeated in Swiss on day 1 and then won the tournament. Assessing MBM, but honestly, I don't think that's it right now. Yeah, MBM can be. It depends. MBM's a very strong deck. It has certain bad matchups. Yeah, I mean, it definitely can. I don't think that's surprising. Crystals. Yeah, Dragoon, didn't you know? Didn't you know, Mr. Irving, that Crystals won our Materia Cup? Surely somebody told you. He went undefeated in Swiss, and then he won Icewind Crystals. My man was just doing it. He was just out there doing it. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Pleasure to see you signed up tonight to jam. And we will see you next time. Take care. Oh, Cloudu. Hey, that sounds good to me, man. We are warping New Kane here, so we can look at him real quick. I believe he's just a warp 1. Warp 1 on Kane for 2 lightning. When he enters the field by summons or ability, you choose a forward the opponent controls and you break it. And then he has jump S, remove him from the game and play him on the field at the end of the turn, which is cute. Okada is entering from Warp, attempting to choose a forward and break it. We're going to choose Ferris, obviously. It's either Ferris or Gilgamesh here, because they just represent a lot more removal, or a lot of, that's kind of what we're going to use to get rid of these blockers and win the game. Ferris does go, so we kill the Ferris. We don't see a wall protection. Is it because he doesn't have one in hand, or because he is waiting to use it for Gilgamesh on the kill turn? Hard to say. Hard to say. If he has a Light Warrior of Light in his hand, or I guess he needs 4-color and Light Warrior Light in here right now, right? Yeah, he's missing Wind, Earth, and Light. I may build the... Sorry, I don't know. Yeah, it cut your thing off. Or I bet Theory Crafting, Time Magic. Well, I think it literally just won. That's when I said Warrior Light won an event. Like, Time Magic just won an event, I think. LQ. And, and Time Magic also, Time Magic made top cut in Raleigh. Sydney was playing it with just one Refia. An awful lot of Time Magics. We have a really cool game of it on stream if you go check out the stream from the Raleigh Materia Cup. Oh, the Lightning deck? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just have it automatically block hyperlinks because it's easier than having to deal with, like, moderating the bots. Keeps you guys safe. I've just let this is called Space Jazz. So I'm sorry if you've been enjoying Space Jazz. I am clicking off of Space Jazz. I was enjoying it too, but we do try to keep it Final Fantasy themed around here. We just kind of wound up on Space Jazz. I don't know. That was we just wound up there, dude. We were just floating out in orbit. Freya is going to delete a forward on the side. We're going to kill the Gilgamesh. So yeah, we're just we're assuming that he didn't have the protection on the Ferris, so we have to hope he just didn't have the protection. So we're gonna try to take our shot while it seems like the shields might be down, and it works. We are able to play Freya, and we are able to attack and kill Gilgamesh, which is awesome for Armando. Oh, let me get the player names up. I typed them in and I didn't do the old there you go. So Armando on Dragoons down here swings with Freya. Freya, of course, deals 2,000 damage per Dragoon in the discard pile to the forward that is selected when she attacks. We've got all kinds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dragoons in the discard pile. It does hurt a lot that there's already 2 Cherry Blossom Freyas in there, but it's fine. We are going to get through, deal a point of damage, clear the Gilgamesh, clear the Ferris, which are the problem cards, because if they stuck on the table the way the board was, we were going to lose. So we're trying to stop that from happening, obviously. Going to see Sergei's come in and freeze Freya this turn, which will stop the Freya from getting that free removal on attack, which is really nice. Also, we're just keeping one more blocker down. I mean, we keep that down. The Kain is a 9k with haste and first strike. So the first strike 9k, pretty relevant there. Actually, stopping Warrior of Light and Cloud. I wonder if Sergei's, are we going to freeze? Are we going to freeze the Freya, or are we going to dull the Kain? Is interesting, because if we froze the, I guess I can look at the tournament reports. I just know the Mono Ice from the Winter Cup won't cut it. Guess what, brother? Guess what? Mono Ice Une won an LQ yesterday, or on Sunday rather. This weekend. So it just might cut it, dude. Like, if you go to Materia Hunter and you look at the LQ events, like, one of them literally is Mono Ice. It's very similar to kind of what you and I are kind of messing with. Winter Cup ice stuff. Yeah, dude, really. I swear. I swear. Hold on, I'll find it. You're on there now? There you go. Was it the same Mono Ice we ran on Coffee and Bullshit? I don't know, man. Probably not, but who knows, dude. I always like a little Une, dude. I miss Coffee and Bullshit. I missed it this week, man. Come home. No, it's okay. I mean, this weekend I'm going to be in... I had the tournament weekend, then I had the weekend off. Now we've got another tournament weekend. Then we'll get back to it. You're on there now. Do you see it, dude? Literally the top result, Dragon's Lair LQ in Austin. Dude won with Mono Ice Une. So live your best life, dude. It's like 3 cards away. See? Dude, I'm telling you. Sometimes just playing something really powerful that you know really well is enough to win a tournament, man. Like, as long as something about it is really strong, and there are a lot of things that deck can do that are very strong and very unfair. You know the deck really well. Other people aren't very familiar with it. There's a lot of advantages to those things. Axe Star, dude. Axstar is going to come down and clear the way, and there he is, Gilgamesh, coming down off of the Axstar free play. Gilgamesh taking a little look at this discard pile, and he is getting the green flag. Green flag waved in his face. Go, go, go! Light Warrior of Light. Ice Gilgamesh. Lightning Alizé. And 4-color Warrior of Light. 7 colors online. Here comes Gilgamesh. Do we have an Aranea? Do we have an Odin or something that's going to stop this man? Here comes Gilgamesh, attack number 1. Damage getting flipped. First ball up is... Barbara. The next... Come on! This was supposed to be a pretty quick 1, 2, 3 flip. Like, what are we doing? We're still freezing the Ricard? Oh, he's showing him that he's like, you're attacking again? And he goes, yeah, dog. I got 7 colors. when he pulls him back out to show him the colors, you're like, oh shit, my man did not realize that this guy was attacking 3 times. That's GG. Yeah, Barbara's not gonna do it, man. One more EX. Ba-ding! Come on. Ba-ding! Ba-ding! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ba-ding! Do we have a Freya S, maybe? Dragon's Crest? Do we have anything? We do have something. We do have a Dragon's Crest. 2,000 damage for each Job Dragoon or Card Name Dragoon in the break zone. So we are going to have to Dragon's Crest the old Gilgamesh there. We do not have a Warrior of Light on the table, so there is no protection. He is dead. Oh my god, I'm surprised we let my man attack. Maybe, well, we were just trying to keep cards in our hand, and we assumed he was attacking 1 time, and then Axstar was attacking 1 time and not killing anything, and then we were going to try to, like, do something there. But instead, we have had everything frozen, and we have drawn 2 cards for the turn that we can barely play. The Cloud is frozen, which is nice. Axstar is going to attack, and the attack star here is going to deal us our 6th point of damage. There is potential to stabilize, but it really depends on DJ doing like literally nothing next turn, and he does have 2 cards in hand, and that's not literally nothing. That is in fact something. Oh, alright. Well, we're going to play Gilgamesh on our turn here, and we're going to remove the 4-color Warrior of Light and the Light Warrior Light, I have to imagine. How many light? Yeah, exactly. So, we are going to play a 4CP Gilgamesh from Limit Break, and we're going to remove Light Warrior of Light and 4-color Warrior of Light. Makes sense. Trying to turn off the potential for another Gilgamesh to come down and just end the game. Now, not this Gilgamesh, the other Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh on Gilgamesh Warfare. Alrighty. We're back. And we are looking to find a way. Dude, this is one of those games that is... The wall 7 player puts him in this position so early. The Gilgamesh is about ready to end the game. He just barely survives with the last 2 cards in his hand, using a Freya S to kill the Gilgamesh. And now we go into this really weird back and forth. Oh, never mind. It's over. Like, we go into this really weird back and forth, I was going to say, where the player is kind of like... He has haste, right? And he attacks. Yeah. Where the players are top decking and they're getting like really careful about who who attacks and who they leave up to block, and then they try to keep as much removal as they can, and they start digging into their limit break decks. Or my man DJ finds the Gilgamesh, plays Serge's to dull the blocker, because he doesn't have the dull freeze anymore because of the cards were removed. Plays Gilgamesh, who still gets haste because he has 3 colors. And then we have the Axstar attacker already on the table. So Axstar attacks stars, Gilgamesh attacks, and we get there. Good game. Wall 7 from DJ. Okay, so that means we go to table 2. Are they still jamming? Yes, they are. Let's see what's going on over there, so we can see if we've got a tiebreaker game or not tonight. Table 2, we got the Viking Storm versus the other undefeated deck here of the week, which is the Ice deck, the Ice Fire deck with priming. It's not looking great for our Ice Fire friend as I get over to the table here. Let's get this game on the screen. That is looking mighty. Oh, and the Cerberus just came down to blow up the Kadaj. Oh wait, what? Never mind. Cerberus was already down. We played a Viking. That's what happened, and scooted him to the side. That's why I thought it was him. We played a Viking. We revealed a Viking. We play a Viking. We draw a card. Oh boy, yeah. This is we're doing a Storm turn. We're doing a Viking Storm turn here. All right. Well, we're starting to do deep cast turn stuff. Oh no, we're actually just attacking. We shrunk the Kadaj to 5k with our summon. That's why we did the Chocobo. I was like, all right, we're doing Chocobo stuff. No. We Chocobo'd Lulu, used Lulu's ability to hit the Kadaj with the 5k power, put it back in our hand. Now we're trying to attack with Cerberus. We're going to start the turn by attempting to dull freeze Shiva, or this Y'shtola with Shiva. I think we've already taken the damage from the Cerberus, though, haven't? No, we haven't yet. Okay, we're doing this in response to the Cerberus, which is interesting. Let me look at this card. If you cast Shiva, you may remove 4 ice cards in your break zone from the game as an extra cost. Okay, so if we cancel this with Y'shtola, which we are doing, we don't get to add Shiva back to our hand, even though we removed the 4. So then we take that damage. It is a Laz Kadaj stands with 5k power. A party attack should clear him, and then we should be able to attack for lethal here, right? Or am I looking at a... Sorry, did we just play many of these dudes this turn? I'm unsure. I don't know how many how many of these Vikings just entered the field. I am uncertain. If we tack with our... Oh, God, he's only 1K. I was going to say our Luso and our Viking. We trade with this guy. We don't even. Are we leaving the Kadaj up? No, we have 5 cards in our hand. There's nothing we could do here. We are attacking with the Viking, sending 1K damage into the Kadaj. We are taking it back. He says, wait. Oh, we have a Leo hiding over there. Okay, we're going to block the Leo with Kadaj. Sorry, he was on top of our damage. Now we attack with Luso. Then the Kadaj blocks that. He didn't even see his own Leo. He had too many forwards on the table. He didn't even see his own Leo. They're all 3 Ifrits going to damage. GG for Greg with the Wind, Water, Vikings Storm, man. All right, that is it for this week. Congratulations to DJ then for taking it with Warrior of Light. 7 CP Wall takes it again this week. Congratulations to him. We will be not doing coffee and bullshit this weekend because I will be in Kansas City. So if you are there hanging out with us in Kansas, say hi. I'd be happy to talk to any one of you guys. Jam games on Sunday if we're hanging around. Dude, I love just jamming. I got to play against Mr. Andy Carmona, and I got to jam a quick game against Cody in between some commentary rounds at the last event, man. And I just love getting those quick pickup games in against people. So feel free to ask if you see me just walking around or standing or chilling between or after the games. Just see if I just want to jam a game. I'm always down to clown. But I think that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. As always, we'll be back next Wednesday with number 337. Oh, I realized I didn't change the number here. So this is 335, Keeper of the Forest. Oops, this was 336. We will be back next week with 337. If you're going to be in Kansas, I'll see you there. Otherwise, take care, safe travels, and peace. Peace. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye-bye.